Okay, for this lecture, for my existing students, this is an update of the method 2 itself, as we have to keep aligned with the market movement. And I've been backtesting this and verifying this. Please take this as an updated version of the method 2, no longer using the old method 2. Okay, for the new students, welcome. For this method, it's very easy to follow. I will explain to you along the way on how to scale up and how to apply this method, and it can be worked on weekend market as well as weekday market. Best timing to trade, there is none. Okay, what we are looking at, we are only looking at profit here that is at least 80% and above, then you trade. Anything below that or even 75, you can do it, but nothing less than 75. Minimally best, of course, is to target 80% and above. So for those timings that are not supposed to trade are those timings where the percentage is lesser than 80%. Okay? So there's no exactly best timing with different time frames all around the world. Just target on towards your own flexibility, as I've been doing some random trades on an IQ platform on this method itself, on different timing, random, early in the morning, afternoon, late in the night, weekends. As of now, we are in the OTC market on the weekend. Today is the 6th of February, 2010. Okay, sorry, 2021, not 2010. Okay, and some of you may have also asked me previously on the questions that how long have I been using IQ options? Is there any problem? I've been using it since 2016 when I was based in Thailand previously. It don't have any problems as of now, like the withdrawal problems or people telling me if IQ options is a scam or not. There are a lot of reviews out there, but I still feel that there are always haters out there. People will lose money, they'll blame the world, they'll blame everyone else, they'll not blame themselves. So this is one of the key points. Alright, so let's get down to the method itself. Let's randomly just choose, okay, we can look at this. The indicator setting is still the same. We will be still using the Bollinger Band setting at period 7, deviation 3. Okay, it's different from the default setting. Just remember to change this. We will be using it on a 2 minutes time frame. Make sure that you do not have this checkbox tick, as if you have this checkbox ticks, every time you scroll in, it will automatically change your timing and you might come up with some human error. So always click the 2 minutes. Make sure that your change of time interval is not checked. This is something to take note on. Okay, previously for my method 1 and method 2, I have not been using that already, although yes, I've been using that to trade and I did profit, but I feel that this method is much more faster, better, safer, and it's aligned with my profit takeaway and a very good time of scaling up with the market. So here we go. For this method itself, we will be not really using on the upper band and the lower band. We'll be focusing on the price movement of the candlesticks bar with the middle Bollinger Band line, which means that there is a trend between the candlesticks line that when it crosses up, then it crosses down, then it crosses up again, then crosses down here, crosses up, crosses down. What we are actually looking for is the key point of when it goes up and down. Let's randomly just scroll and stop. Let's stop here and try. If you can see, the market here moves up and it moves down. Okay, we are looking at the trend where it moves up and down when it first creates a new trend that crosses the middle Bollinger Band line. At the top it crosses down. We are looking at the first candle that does not touch the middle line or the bottom line. So this will be our indication candle, in which the next candle we will enter our trade. And if we lose in this trade in the next candle, what would be our remedy of our next step to take? Okay, this will be all in place on towards this method, and I want everyone to start small, maybe with just 100 USD, and just start trading by $10 per trade, and that will be enough. Then eventually we'll go into scaling up of your account again. I'll go through with that again on how I used to scale up my account. Okay, I'll see you in the second part of the lecture. Okay, welcome back. A refresher for my existing student as well as a new explanation for my new students. Now, I've been using a system called Martingale system, which if you apply it properly, it can work very well with the financial market. But yes, Martingale system is actually created by gamblers. No doubt with that. It's created by gamblers, it's been used by gamblers, but why it works? It works because it's a proof that casino ban Martingale system as there's a table limit in casinos if anyone has been in casino because Martingale system works. So how do we apply this Martingale system in our trading? Is also a reason of why I use 2 minutes time frame for my candlesticks. Okay, what are the, you always have to ask yourself what is the possibilities of the candle going consecutively or not changing direction for a good 5 candles to 10 candles, one shot, all the same color. Yes, over here you see something similar, but this only happens in the weekend market, and this does not affect this method at all. Okay, so even if we are looking at very long candles that even repetitively of 10 to 12 candles at the sell or 10 to 12 candles of green, which will not be an issue for us for this method. Okay, a bit run through and a refresher for the Martingale method is that the step 1 after our indication candle, we will enter a trade at $10. Okay, for the profit margin, it depends on the timing itself. Sometimes it can be 70, 60, 75, 80%, 88, 90, and on the weekends I have 97%. So if you enter at the $10 amount, you will profit at $9.70. If you lose the trade, you will lose $10. Okay, simple as that. So if you win the first trade, you will not go to level 2. You will call back to trading at $10. Now, if we lose the first trade, the second trade we are going at $25. Okay, but do take note, when you win this second trade, go back to $10 again. For this method, we are only strictly using method step 1 and step 2. That means 2 levels of the Martingale system. We are not using step 3, step 4, step 5, as we will be risking too much of our money here. Okay, so we only concentrate on this part on 1 and 2. That's it. Never go to 3, 4, 5 for this method. Alright? I'll go through with you the scaling up portion on how you can scale up later on in the later part of the course. Okay, so let's get started with this method itself. We only look at the first candle that crosses the trend of the middle Bollinger Band line, and the first candle that crosses does not touch the middle line or the bottom line or the top line or the middle line. That means the candle not touching anything after it crossed a trend. Okay, for this method itself, very simple. We don't care about the candle color. If this is a green candle, the next candle we are doing a green. That means you're doing a call, which is a buy also. Yes, first level we will lose, but if the second level is a red, this candle, the next level is where we input our level 2, we do a sell. So this method we are focusing mainly on just following the candles. Right now it can be a little bit confusing. Later I'll have a set of rules for you to download. You will look, later I'll show you about the, let me take it out, the notes. Okay, try to understand this portion. I'll go through it over and over again until you understand this amazing simple method. It's really so simple. Okay, so the trend of the first candle, trend of the candle crossing the middle line, trend of the candle crossing the middle line. First candle that does not touches the line. Here, this one is the first candle that touches the line. If the candle is green, you do a buy, which is a call. If the candle is red, do a sell. So in this case, if the candle is green, you do a buy. You will profit at level 1. Okay? For this method, if it loses, as what we show here, if the method loses, we'll go to follow the previous candle. Okay, so carry on with this. We have entered the trade here, which means that this is the first indication candle. Trend crosses, first indication of the candle. This is a green candle. We will actually do a buy here. But this trade we loses. So once this trade we lose, second trade we follow the previous candle. Which means if the first candle no touch, actually this is green, then this candle we lose is a red candle. The next candle at the level 2 we enter a red candle sell. Okay, just take note that this method also have to base by only one by one, which means that up and down. If the last trade is a up, the next trade is supposed to be a down. If anything along this line you do not touch here at all. Down here there's nothing here at all for you to touch, because the last trade was a down here already. There's nothing else to touch unless you go on to the next portion where you will see the next trade here. The candle crosses the trend. The first candle after the trend is on top, on the upper portion of the Bollinger Band line. This is the first candle that crosses that does not touch the middle line or the top line. This is where you enter a sell. Why? Because this is a red candle. If the indication candle does not touches any of it, the next candle you will enter a sell. That is simple. Alright? So moving after this candle, you have already profit. Come along to this candle itself. This candle also, it does not touches. Okay, it's very thin line here, but this is counted as does not touches the line. If it touches, it's like very clean cut cross like this. Okay, then this is counted as a touch. Then the next candle you enter a sell. Last trade was a top, next trade is a bottom. Next trade is a top, next trade is a bottom. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Never do consecutively. Like if you have entered a buy here, and then another buy comes out around here, don't touch. Which what it means is something like this. You will enter a first trade here already. You made a profit already. Then in any case that you see, all this candle does not touches the middle line or the bottom line. So what do I do? Do I keep continue selling? No, don't do that. Because you'll never know where is the trend is. Then, okay, this candle crosses the line already, but the trend never crosses. But okay, do I look at the next candle that does not cross? Yes, you'll profit here, but don't take the risk. The whole point is not to take the risk. Okay, we just do after the top, do a bottom. After the bottom, do a top. After the top, do a bottom. Up, down, up, down. So this up, then this is down. Then next we are looking for a top. There's nothing here. So you don't do a bottom because we had a bottom trade here already. So for this currency we actually do not have any trade until here. Okay, until here, then we will enter our next trade again. Okay, let's take a look at a few other currencies. I want you to eventually open up to 9 currencies like this, because all this method don't always happen all the time. And when it happens, you must catch the right, the train right, the profit way to enter the market. Okay, so there's always a lot of trade at every single timing, every single hour. So don't worry if you do not have trade. If you were just to target yourself to earn $50 USD a day, stick with it. Then eventually do a scaling up, which I'll be explaining to you how you scale up later. Let's take a look at a random other example. Like over here, if you just started trading like this, we open our chart, just make sure all the timing is the same, all 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, all the indicators are the same, and then go and analyze if what is your next trade. For example, I just started trading here. My next trade is not, this is a bottom, correct? Because all this touches. So this will be my first indication trade where I'll enter the next candle. Okay, which I will set 2 minutes for the trade. The next candle will enter. The next candle starts at 1642, 1644. This is where the next candle will be closing. But this one touches. Did it touch? No, never touch. So we can enter this trade also. Okay, so why do I why can I enter this trade? Because the last trend was at the top here. So the next entry point is at the bottom here. Okay, so back to the method. Just now we were looking at Euro GBP, where the first candle just now we were here at it does not crosses the middle line or the bottom line. We were supposed to do a sell here, and after the timing expire at 1644, it was a green candle, which means that we lost the first level. This is where we will go into our level 2 here, but we are going to do a buy instead of a sell. So re-emphasize on this method is that every time the trend crosses below, find the first candle that doesn't touches the middle line or the top line, middle line or the bottom line here, sorry. And if the candle that does not touches is a red candle, next candle you do a sell. If you lose on the next candle, whatever candle you loses the color is, follow the color. If this is a green color, you follow next is a green color, and we will stop at level 2. If this color is a red, we lose, then we just leave it. There are losses on this method, but it's very, very, very minimum. You will have at least like 10-20 profits before you even see one loss. Okay? And let me see over here. This is the first trend. Same thing over here. First trend, this is the first candle that did not cross. Okay, so back to the method. Just now we were looking at Euro GBP, where the first candle just now we were here at it does not crosses the middle line or the bottom line. We were supposed to do a sell here, and after the timing expire at 1644, it was a green candle, which means that we lost the first level. This is where we will go into our level 2 here, but we are going to do a buy instead of a sell. So re-emphasize on this method is that every time the trend crosses below, find the first candle that doesn't touches the middle line or the top line, middle line or the bottom line here, sorry. And if the candle that does not touches is a red candle, next candle you do a sell. If you lose on the next candle, whatever candle you loses the color is, follow the color. If this is a green color, you follow next is a green color, and we will stop at level 2. If this color is a red, we lose, then we just leave it. There are losses on this method, but it's very, very, very minimum. You will have at least like 10-20 profits before you even see one loss. Okay? And let me see over here. This is the first trend. Same thing over here. First trend, this is the first candle that did not cross. This candle we enter a sell, but we lost. But this candle is green, so the next candle we enter a green, so we make a profit here. And after that, the trend didn't go up. This one will not enter because it didn't have the new trend on the top. We are going to trade bottom, top, bottom, top. Not going to trade bottom, bottom like this. Okay, so next trend we are opening up. We are looking at this candlestick. Crosses, first candle doesn't touches the top and bottom. Next candle, you will profit at level 1. Okay, and so on. You see, from here already we had how many profits already? We're just blindly looking at it. We have one here at level 2, one here at level 1, level 2, level 1. No, this one not counted, sorry. So this is level 1. Then this is we have just confirmed our first level 2 here again. And this is just for one currency for the past 1 hour. One currency only. If you are looking at 9, that is a very, very different ball game. Okay, you will always have things to see. If you miss out on the prices, go back to your screen, pressing this, focus on current price. Then you can always take note at the other currencies. Okay, like for these two, this one touches, no count, move on. This one touches, no count, but we have a potential here. So if this candle at the end of 1648, it is a red candle, next trade we will do a red candle sell. Okay, so let's just keep this at the side first. We'll come back to our USD INR. Okay, might potentially have one trade here also. So there are always many trades. Just have to be standing by at your timing here. Alright, 5, 8, 5, 9, and 4, 8. This candle we are supposed to enter a sell. The reason why I never enter because I'm recording the lesson. I would like to always concentrate on my trading session without doing anything else. Okay, so this one we'll do a sell as per se, and we see as the candle is going down. We'll see at the end of the 1650 to see how the candle at the end of the session is, and we'll hit a level 1 or level 2. Okay, so if this is a potential level 1 here, as this is the top, the last one is supposed to be a bottom trade, which is here. This is the first candle that doesn't touches the cross, the top and the bottom. Next candle you do a sell. This is your level 1 here. Next candle you're supposed to do a up, because this candle is bottom. Previous one supposed to be a top. Here also be a level 1. Then this is at the top. Next one is actually a bottom here. This is at level 2. Green candle here, we are supposed to do a buy, which is a green, but this is a red. And then this we follow at a red. Sorry, this one we make a loss. Okay, this one we made a loss. So this, there is a level 2 here again. And this one, the last one here is a level 2 again. Okay, this is a level, no, this is the bottom. So actually we profited here already. Then the last one was the top. We also profit the first level here. Right? Okay, so I hope so far so good to understand this really very simple method while waiting for USD INR for our level 2 profit here. Okay, let me go through with you the method again. Okay, I'll turn this into a downloadable resources, which will be at the side of the course lecture resources button. Please download it and go through it over and over again. It's very clear cut, very simple. Okay, let's talk about how to scale up. This is one of the starting point where I created the first method 1 and method 2 for my previous courses. I want you to focus on starting off with here, a $10 start, but a deposit on only 100 USD. Okay, this is the full level 5 Martingale system, which I don't want you all to go through this. Okay, in the resources button, I also will just delete out all this level 3, 4, 5, and it will be a more easier version to see. Okay, so if we were to just target $10, $10 profit, a $10 trade, and the profit level is at 80%, which means that we are actually getting $8 per trade for a winning trade. And if we go to the second portion, is if we have to go to a level 2, right? We are entering at $25. And because you enter at a $25, your profit, you have to reward yourself with a higher profit, which means that you want to cover back your losses plus get a higher profit because you are trading with a higher amount. You are taking up slightly more risk. And that is where, in this trade, you will get $20, which initially you cover your losses. You still profit $10, which is $2 higher than your if you entered here. So net you will actually still profit. It's higher, it covers back your losses. This is how we scale up. So in the future, if this percentage, as of now, as you can see my OTC market right now on the weekends, this is not a VIP account. Previously I had, then it didn't have again. VIP account, they'll give you higher, but I think 97 is much higher already. So if you were to change this to even 97% as of now, this is actually quite scary because this is actually 970. You earn more and more. Okay, and if you were to do $25 times 97%, that's $24.25 here, which will cover your previous losses and also get a very healthy profit. So in the future, what you will have is that if your account size grow much more, for example, your initial deposit is just $100, and each trade you trade $10, $10, $10, $10, and your account grow to have a profit of at least a 200 USD dollars, withdraw your profits and your base initial capital. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Withdraw your initial capital. When your account grow into 200, withdraw your initial capital, you will have $100 left in your account. Okay, then you will be trading with no risk already. Then slowly grow your 100 USD over again to try to double up to a $200 account, and then do a slowly scaling up with this chart. I'll give you a clearer one in the resources button for you to download. Alright, so if your account turn into 200 or 300, you want to lower down your risk, each trade start you can be just using it $15, $20, $30, and so on. So scaling up will be very important. If you are doing the same thing over and over again daily, it will be like a very comfortable way of earning money. You don't have to limit your trade, but I hope you can just limit your trade to like either when you hit a target of yourself to give yourself to earn 50 USD a day, or maximum 20 trades. Usually after 20 trades a day, you will be very tired already, and you might make human error. So that is one thing, key point for you to take note. Okay, we get back to our USD INR. You see, we have made our profit here if we have entered the trade here. Okay guys, welcome back. We are going to go through on the start amount as well as the recommended size of account. So I come up with this small table for your reference. The first, how to read this table firstly is, this is the recommended amount for your first trade. Startup capital recommended is over here. If you have lesser, you want to risk lesser amount of money to test out the method, or can want to start small, then you go with $20. Then if you have more money, you can start off with $90. And if eventually you start at $90, your account become, for example, 175. Do take out your capital first, initial capital take out first, then restart from the stretch, then go up again and slowly scale up. So if you have, for example, 1,004 as your account size, per trade you can go like $80. Level 2 you can go at 200. And this second portion is based on 80% profit. It's based on the chart itself. Sometimes you have different profit margin. You have 88%, 90%, 97% for this instance. Sometimes you only have 75. Try not to go below 75. 75 is the base minimum. The best is always 80% and above. Okay, for those currencies, 80% above you can trade. Okay, so for this scenario, we are based on the 80% profit. If you profit at level 1, this is the amount you can get. And if you profit on level 2, this is the amount. Net amount, this amount comes up to be minus off the losses. For example, if you trade $10, first level you lost $10. Second level you profit, you gain $20, but yet you minus out your base of level 1, you cover back your losses. Net you make $10 after covering the losses of level 1. So every time if we win at level 2, we actually get much more than level 1. Level 1 we win, we get $8. If level 2 we win, we get $10. But if we lose $35. Okay, so go through this chart. I hope it's not too confusing for you guys. Just go through it. Eventually you understand where it is coming from. And usually I base on a 20 trade for beginners or even seasoned traders. Stick with a 20 trades. Never go above 30, 40. And usually last time trade up to about 100 trades a day, where I realized I start making mistakes when I hit my 30th trade onwards. So it's recommended to just stick at 20 trades, then eventually scale up. So these are daily trades, which means that if you start at the $10 at this level, every day you make 20 trades. These are the rough gauge that even I include 3 full losses of account, like for the level 2 to be at a loss, which is $35 times 3 losses. That's 105. Averagely, you will win at level 1 or level 2. Some good days, right, you will not even have these losses. So minimally, you are supposed to even just get $41 a day. $41, then eventually you scale up accordingly, slowly up. Then when doing the same thing over and over again daily, with your account size growing, targeted up to, like, if your account size hit 5k and per trade you are entering at 300, second level at 750, you are looking at, this is kind of a worst case scenario, that you will get this daily. And IQ Options is a 30 days trading, as in monthly trading platform. Every day is open, weekend, weekdays, they're always open. I'm not sure about public holiday, but I think public holiday, let's not trade, we go and enjoy ourselves. But other than that, weekdays, weekend, they are open. We are targeting it around this price per day. For part-time income, $41 a day, if you are just trading 5 days a week, 20 days a month, times $41, that's 820 USD a month, which is extra money for your pocket. And you wouldn't take a lot of time to hit your 20 trades, and you will also don't see these 3 losses that much. Most of them you'll just win at level 1 and level 2, but a lot at level 2 sometimes a lot at level 1. So it depends. Sometimes you have full 20 trades all level 1, sometimes you have 10 trades level 2, sometimes you have 1 losses, 2 losses. Seldom you hit 3 losses a day, but I'm not saying it will not happen, but very, very rarely. So take this as a reference chart, and I wish you all the best for your trading. Alright, now we are halfway through the trading session for the 2 p.m. GMT plus 8 timing. I just want to show you guys what is the progress so far for the first 30 minutes. Just hang on, I think I have a trade coming here. Oh no, I missed it. Okay, for today I have missed quite a number of trades as I'm busy with something else. Yeah, that's my bad. Alright, still able to enter right now. Okay, so guys, in the future you will be at least using 9 currencies, something like this. Okay, so we'll just go through what has been set up for this trading session. So every time before we start, we will always make sure that every single chart is the same setting at 2 minutes. Okay, followed by the indicator settings are all at 7.3. These are the things to take note. Next thing to take note, you want to select the top profit, highest profit percentage. Just choose the top 9. Or you can just randomly choose 9, that because since everything is 78% here. Okay, so just let's go through what I have done so far. Because I was slightly cut off at the morning, at the starting of this session, so I only managed to trade 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And upcoming one more here, 5. So if I had really done my concentration, let's just go and calculate how much we would have entered the trade and what are the percentage of the losses and profit of today's session coming into only half an hour. Okay, so this is in the money already. We have made a profit. Okay, let's just look at charts one by one, yeah? Start off with GBP AUD. We'll start off at 2 p.m. This is our trading session, which immediately at the 2 p.m. dot, we have a trade, which closed out at level 1. That's one winning trade. Followed by here, you will enter here because the first cross out was here. This is a level 2, which makes you 2 winning trades. But the latest one, 3 winning trades for 1 currency. Okay, let's calculate for the next one. We start at 2 p.m. which is here. There's a crossing here also, so same thing, top green, bottom red. This is where you'll enter your level 1. That's 4 winning trades already. And over here, one more, 5 winning trades. We move on to our third currency. At 2 p.m. we have here, starting from 2 p.m. This is level 2. Okay, 6 winning trades. Nothing over here. Fourth currency, 2 p.m. here. We have our 7th winning trade. Nothing over here. Moving on, 2 p.m. we have another one, level 2. 8 winning trades. A little bit crossing here, that's 9 winning trades at level 1. Next currency, 2 p.m. we have a level 1 here, that's 10 winning trades already. 2 p.m. level 2, 11. Level 2, 12 winning trades. This also is a level 2. Level 1 you make a loss, so you go on to level 2. Level 2 you profit here. So that's number 13. You will total trade 13 as of now. Let's go on to our last currency. At 2 p.m. we have our first trade for this currency, GBP USD. That is the 14th trade at level 2, followed by your 15th trade at level 1, which makes you in total 9 currencies that I've shown you. As of now, only half an hour through the trading session, you would already have made 15 winning trades. Okay, mostly we'll just close out at level 2, which will, with this at 78%, based on just the flat rate of $10 per trade, excluding the level 2 $25 per trade, you are looking at $117, 117 in the first 30 minutes of your trading session. And for now, you can close out your session because one of our rules is to follow that we only trade 30 minutes, we only trade 15 trades a day maximum in your trading session time, which my trading session time is 2 p.m. GMT plus 8 all the way to 3 p.m. It's not every day that you will have trades at a specific timing. Market is going random. You can randomly choose different charts also. So some days for one currency you can have 4-5 trades. One day you might have none. But averagely, the whole trading session you will minimally see 15 to 20 trades. Now it's only half an hour across our trading session. We already had 15 trades, and all 15 trades are winning trades. We haven't seen any losses yet for this trading session. Alright, so if there's any question, please feel free to comment in our comment box. Our team will get back to you as soon as we can. Happy trading, guys. We'll see you in the next lecture.